Good morning. Our county clerk has told me that it's 9 o'clock and we better get going here.
You can keep going.
Okay, clerk will call the roll, please.
Thank you. Good morning, Joe Baradka, Robert Kopish,
Here.
Larry Palachek,
Here,
Patricia Stephen,
Here.
and Dennis Warko. Thank you.
items for discussion and possible action, public comment and communications. We have one person here, Waldemar Madsen, for public comment. You don't wish to speak? Okay. Let the record reflect that the person changed his mind on speaking. Does anyone have anything for communications? If not, we'll move on to the meeting minutes of October 9th. What's your pleasure on that, ladies and gentlemen? Motion by Wartko, second by Kopish. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. The coroner is excused today, but we have his report in our packet. Anyone have any questions on his report? Any comments? If not, I'll accept the coroner department report. We probably should wait for Nick to come back because we don't have anything for the district attorney or the clerk of court. You have anything, Mr. Sheriff, for the?
Here.
What took you so long?
Operational disruptions.
Yeah. What do you have for the district attorney's report, Nick?
The big update there is we still don't have a appointment by the governor's office. However, what you'll see in the expenses is when we have a special prosecutor, we have to pay for the housing. So right now we're working with Friends of Fred Smith to have them located above the tavern. It works out really well for both of us. They get someone to rent it. It's a little less than what we were paying when we were using hotels. So it works really well to partner with them, but it does get expensive. So no end in sight for that.
Really?
Yeah, I've
People
heard
just don't want to move here, or?
right now it's tough. Who wants to go through the elections? Who wants to come to the small community? But we'll see what happens the next couple months.
I heard
Okay.
committee chair was a problem.
You heard what?
Committee chair was a problem.
Word is out, huh?
He's a regular comedian.
Yeah, yeah.
I slept all night last night.
He had razor blade soup for breakfast. He's pretty sharp. Clerk of Circuit Court, Nick.
No updates, major updates up there. The registrant probate has given her resignation notice, so she'll be retiring. So we're working with the judge slash clerk of courts right now to look at how that position will be filled.
Okay, thank you. I'll accept Clerk of Circuit Court, and the sheriff is chomping at the bit to get his moment in the sun.
Oh, yeah. With your permission then, Larry, the staff update in accordance to the agenda, there is testing and interviewing this Saturday for the current open position that Dan Lambert had vacated. That'll take place. We do have a couple applicants, HR, Jennifer and Nick and Bob are working on that. I tentatively have dates for Joe Janik and Dave Westnick for their retirement. That'll be next year. So they're tentative dates right now. A couple of hoarding situations for the humane officer with environmental health issues, which the health department, DHHS is involved with Mindy and Corporation Council dealing with a number of residences that have become more of a health hazard, as far as, I guess, red flagging or red tagging the building. So that's being worked on. The hoarding situation with the dogs and cats, Mindy's been taking care of that. And then in attempts to refer things and charges over to the district attorney's office. Both canines are doing well. We just had our meeting last month, so they're still, Joe and Craig still help cover the road because of, people being gone. So they do what they can. Joel has been getting out for rec on the UTV. So we'll see what the numbers are maybe in February. I know Bob Kopish likes to have some numbers. So I'll try to get you 2025 numbers at the 2026 meeting. I believe you guys have one in February. Equipment needs, there's always a few pieces of equipment, but recently we had a water leak, another water line leak in the evidence room. Josh was able to get in there. We had, I think it's Aaron's or something. Yeah, they came in.
Yeah, Hearn.
We did have to shut off the water to the building for a bit. So the evidence room, they could secure the water line from the sump room through the evidence room into the squad room. So they did replace, and that line was probably at least 50 years old. That was an original line from when the building was built.
Yeah, and we had planned on working on that.
Yep.
It just got expedited because we got another pinhole leak. So we're just like, get Ahern here and get it done.
We were trying to save it for next year, I guess, for next year's budget, but no, we just couldn't do it. So it did have to have staff in the room while they were working on the water line. So you see a little uptick there. That's
Evidence compromised
no, that's why we had someone watching. Bob would go downstairs every so often, check.
by the water leak.
Yeah, no contamination. We had everything covered and tarped. Prior to that, Savannah checked everything, tarped it, and then afterwards checked it again. So there was no compromise to the evidence or evidence room. That water line has now been replaced with new copper. So that should last hopefully another 50 years. Then the reason why I bring that up is we've talked about the high density storage capacity, dealing with shelving systems within the evidence room. The goal would be at some point in the near future, which I have placed on, future budgets as far as a goal for Nick to review and you as board members to look at as we move forward through 26, 27, 2029. There is a need at some point. And then at this point for the jail, not most, if not all inmates are now being currently housed here at the sheriff's office in the jail. So I just wanted to give you an update on that. Some stats that I gave you last time, and obviously I'll give you the most recent stuff. Currently the sheriff's office is at 2,646 law records. Of that, 403 are done by animal control. So she's at holding steady at 15% of the calls for humane officer. Total bookings for 2025 so far to date, November 13th, are 588. Our bookings total last year in 24 were 556. Our CAD calls are at 8,008. So that's where ambulance calls, fire, other issues within the community. Law incidences are things that are referred and that have reports. And then higher ground. As of November 13th, we've incoming calls to dispatch 77,405 for a total of 272,456 minutes. So it kind of gives you an update on dispatch, jail, and a little bit of the calls. Yes, Nicholas, you have a question? The problems with the website or just the website? The jail part. We're currently still trying to get pictures up on the website. Yeah, well, Jesse's still working on it. Yeah, well, let's hope it stays working until there's another update that happens. But yeah, Jesse's one of the jail staff members on night shift. He's trying to work with, he's good at coding. So he's trying to work within the time that's allotted for him while he's working to update the inmate list in the jail website portion.
When did that come about that we have to have inmates' pictures posted on the on the website?
We don't have to. It's a choice that we make.
Oh,
We don't, if the public doesn't want it, we can shut it off. If the public wants it, we can leave it going. That's really just up to the sheriff, I guess, at that point, if they want to keep pictures on there or not.
well, how do you feel about it?
I'm fine with the photos being up.
Really?
Yeah. It's public. I mean, the taxpayers pay for the building. The jail is not totally sealed private. They have their medical privacy, of course, legal aspects of it, but it's a public building. You have a right to know how much water is used in the building and how much the electric bill is, and it's a public building. The taxpayers own the building.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions, comments? Yes, Robert, I knew you would say something.
You'd be disappointed if I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Clarify, when you're given your stats, you had 2,646 total.
Yeah, total
Calls?
law incidents. Those are where they need investigations.
Okay, that's
They
where
move-
somebody has
yeah,
to,
they
okay.
do
And then you
some-
had 77,475 total calls that came into dispatch, is that right?
Yeah, that's what so our recording system is called Higher Ground, and
Yeah.
it records all the incoming calls.
Yep.
And all outgoing calls except for one line. So those are the calls incoming, not outgoing, just incoming.
So out of that 77, 2646 required some investigation.
Yeah, 2646 is, we refer things to human services, district attorney.
Okay.
Other agencies, assist other agencies, things of that nature. They require, more attention and investigation.
Okay, and then you had 8,008, did you say cat calls?
CAD, CAD,
Oh,
computer.
CAD calls,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking, holy moly, that's a lot of cats.
Oh. It's always gotta be one in the crowd, and that's you.
Well, the hearing as you get older, whatever. And then before we get to the vouchers, I had a couple questions on there. So as long as you're there, there's a Mac Tech, a couple of invoices there. It adds up to about 50 grand. What's that?
That's the part of that grant, the PSAP grant we had made
For the,
for the dispatch for,
Yep.
additional, I guess, software,
Okay.
training for dispatch. The grant was well over $100,000.
okay,
So we're looking, obviously, to get a hard date for when EZNet gets put in. Again, these are things that are mandated and forced on us, that we have to upgrade and continuously work with our 911 system
uh-huh,
to get to that next generation.
yeah,
So we're still really in E911, which we've been since 94, 95.
Yeah.
So next generation is the way to go, and you see it increasing, the text to 911, the pictures, video, everything that goes along. Because we did that resolution that the sheriff's office, the dispatch area is the only PSAP in the county, which it is, the only one.
okay,
So that's where the grant money should go to.
okay. And then there was one from a Flock company or something for
Flock.
12 grand? What was that?
Those are the license plate readers.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Are the new Durangos on the road yet?
Robert? This is Robert's wheelhouse. He loves squad cars.
Especially with shiny wheels.
Oh,
Not all of us can have the shiny wheels, but with the Durangos, they should be on the road this week. We will be installing the spike strips in the back. We don't want those things flopping around in the back of our cars. So those will be attached to the trunk hatch, and then after that, they'll be ready to go.
Do we do all the prep in-house or?
For the most part, as far as installing the equipment, we have Belco do the equipment install, but as far as like, the small equipment, the, door rams that we have in there, the spike strips, all the tools that the officer would use on the road, we prepare that ourselves.
Well, thank you, Robert.
Yep, thank you.
Any more questions for the chief deputy or the sheriff?
all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, what's your pleasure on, I'll accept the sheriff's department report. What's your pleasure on the committee vouchers? I think they've all been around.
Move to approve.
Motion by Kopish, seconded by Baratka to approve. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. This is scheduled for the shortest meeting in history. The date for our next meeting is scheduled for January 8th, 2026. December meeting is canceled. With that, I'll declare the meeting adjourned. And we thank you